Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. It's been a long time since I don't make a tutorial, and I want to start with a series of tutorials that I'm going to be making. And I'm going to start by doing screen printing. It's an itch that I've had for a long time and I really want to try. I want to try a different method that I think it'll be interesting and it'll be easier to use and probably more affordable than actually using the regular method. So we'll see. I'm gonna be trying the tutorial as I record it, see how it turns out, and you're gonna see how it works for the first time for me, and also hopefully if you want to try it, it'll be a great step-by-step on how to do it. So let's show you the I was gonna say ingredients. It's not ingredients, the materials. Okay, so for the materials, I'm gonna be using a shirt. I'm gonna make a shirt for G for now to start with. So I got a shirt and it was $3.47, so it's not that bad, but I've seen them cheaper, so you can always take advantage of that. I got the ink. I actually got the brand one because it is I think it's the best one out there. I still need to research more. This one comes with 4 colors, but it didn't have white, so I got a white one too. I think this came up to $20, I'm not sure, and this was $10, so they were pricey, but I'm hoping you can get a lot of it. I'm not sure. I also got the squeaky. It is so I can scrape the ink all over. The method I'm gonna use, it uses this panel. It's a really thin translucent panel for curtains, so hopefully I can make it work. And I also got these, well, I'll show you this in a bit, but I got this pack of it's backwards, it's like that, of canvas, and I'm gonna be using this. I think I got them for $10 at Michael's because I had a sale, so I got 6 of them for $10, which is not bad because I can reuse them. And I found these at the dollar store. I thought it would be cool for little projects, so I'm gonna give those a try too. They were $1 and they're tiny like that. In order to make this work, I'm gonna need this to remove the staples and a stapler. I got this, I think it was like $3 at Walmart, but I had it for a while, so I didn't really spend it. I'm gonna use a ruler to mix the paint or to put it on the canvas. Painter's tape. I'm also gonna use sandpaper. I got this at the dollar store. I'm gonna use scissors. I have this Oracle that I got at Michael's and it was really cheap. This is, I think this is the hard, like the hard setting, so it shouldn't peel off that quickly. So it was cheap for me. And also, this is the design. Let me see if I can zoom in. This is the design that I'm gonna be using. I designed this on Illustrator. You can get this design in my shop if you want to buy it, or you can make it yourself, however you want. And I'm gonna be using my Cricut, so I got the stuff. Oh look, there is Cowboy. So let's go ahead and start this. The first step is to clean our canvas, and I'm gonna start removing the staples. And basically I just left them up a little bit with a knife and took them out with the staple remover. Once I have it already, as you can see, there is an edge that is flat. That's the one we're gonna work on. I'm gonna use my sandpaper and I'm gonna go all around until the surface it is smooth. So just go ahead, make sure everything is smooth, and that way the fabric won't rip. Then I'm gonna take the curtain and I'm gonna place the frame on top of it. The flat part will go actually on top of the fabric, and then I'm gonna start folding over this edge and using staples to staple it back. I staple this in there. So I'm gonna go ahead, you can add as many as you want. You just gotta make sure that the fabric is stretched enough. It has to be tight. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the frame that I need, and in order for the fabric to not fray, I'm gonna staple this here. I could have used glue. You can use glue or whatever other thing it works. I had the staples here, so I might as well use them. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull as tight as I can and just hold it like that and put a staple and continue doing this all around the frame. You have to make sure that the fabric is stretched as much as possible, because that will help your design to be perfectly in your shirts or whatever you're screen printing on. So I did this for the whole frame. I tried to pull as much as I can. As you can tell, I'm trying and pulling until it's firm. And I'm just gonna finish it up right here. That way we can start working in our design. The next step will be to measure how big do you want the design in the shirt. I'm using a 10-inch design. I'm just gonna put it here. I'm using the Cricut designer hub that they have. I'm just gonna put the 10 inches and I'm gonna go ahead and make it. In this step, you gotta make sure that the image is mirrored, because that will help you put the design in your shirt. I'm gonna connect it to my Cricut and I'm gonna set the material right here. I'm gonna be using an vinyl, and once I have it, I'm gonna place the vinyl with the shiny side up on top of my mat, and I'm just gonna make sure that it's completely in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut it in fast mode. Hopefully it won't take long. It's pretty quick. So I'm gonna let the machine do its thing. It usually doesn't take long. You just load the mat into the Cricut and it'll start cutting right away. It is a pretty cool process. If you've never seen it, it's magical. I love watching the Cricut work. It's just amazing. So I'll cut the design and it'll be backwards just so we can put it on top of the frame. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it off, and then I'm gonna use my tool in a little bit to weed it off. But first I'm gonna cut so I can reuse this other piece over here. So I'm gonna use this tool. You can use anything else you have available to pull it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull everything out. I'm pulling the actual the font that I want, the stuff that I want it to be colored with the ink. So once I have it, I'm gonna cut this transfer paper that you can buy at the dollar store. It's pretty cheap. So I'm gonna cut the exact size that I have for my vinyl. That way I can transfer it into the frame. So I have it like this. I made sure that everything was clean. I'm gonna use this scraper that I have for the Cricut, and I'm gonna make sure that it attaches perfectly, especially the little parts. And then I'm gonna pull off the back part of the vinyl, the white part, because we don't really need that. Now I turn the canvas. I'm gonna place it on top, which is the flat side, the one that you went through with the sandpaper, and I'm gonna make sure that everything attaches perfectly to the fabric. That is very important because you don't want any seep-throughs or leaks through the little bubbles that sometimes they form. Now peel off your transfer paper, and this is the most stressful part of the whole process because you want everything to be great and it doesn't pull your fabric too much that is gonna become bubbly. If that happens to you, that certain areas don't come off or they want to come off with the transfer paper like in here, just use your weeder and it'll help you keep everything in place. I'm gonna cover the rest of the areas with the painter's tape, and this is to prevent that the paint will go in areas that I don't want it to go. So I kind of put it over and over the other tape so there is no little gaps in between. And I'm just gonna make sure that everything is placed correctly and everything is covered up. This tape is pretty cheap. You can also find it at the dollar store if you don't want to spend too much, and it works pretty much the same. So here I'm making sure that everything is good, and I go ahead again with the scraper. For the shirt, I'm gonna place this poster board that I found at the dollar store. They're $1. So I cut it to this size and I put it for the shirt. And don't forget to use your lint roller to remove any particles or anything that might be in there that are gonna impede your process. Place your frame on top of the shirt, and let's start the process. I started adding this ink because it was in the lid and I didn't want to waste it. But I'm going to take it, I'm going to place it over by the tape, by the painter's tape, not on top of the actual design, but over it. And I added a little too much. I'm still working on how much am I supposed to use. I'm going to hold in here and then I'm going to pull the ink with the squeaky. I'm going to just go over and over so the ink penetrates the shirt and it stays in there. And once you do that, you can actually scrape some of that extra paint off in your container. That way you're not wasting too much and you can actually reuse some of it. So I'm going to continue this process, and once it's done, here comes the moment of truth to take it off and see how it turns out. Oh my god, you guys, it worked! Woo-hoo! Do you like your shirt?
Yeah.
Well, that's it for the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a like. Let me know in the comments below. I'm trying to record more videos, hopefully soon. I still gotta do more about the house and things that I want to do around here, the little garden that I have. Just stay tuned for those. But if you want tutorials about my embroidery, my Cricut, whatever you want, just let me know and I'm gonna do as much as I can to record it. I'm gonna try to upload a video every week. I'm not sure yet the day, but I want to set a schedule for me to do it. So let me know what days you would like or what kind of tutorials you would like to see, and I'm gonna see if I can do one every week, hopefully two. And I'll see you next time. Bye guys.